Hi everyone, and I hope you are staying safe and healthy. I'm Mohamed Saudi, and today I will be talking about our work on visual question generation about radiology images. This work is done by me and Asma bin Abasha and Dina Dimner, freshman at the National Institute of Health. Visual question generation is the task of generating questions based on the image contents. This exciting task combines both natural language processing and computer vision techniques. In this context, several works have been attempted to generate questions from images in the open domain. However, the task of visual question generation in the medical domain has not been studied or explored. The one major challenge with medical visual question generation is the lack of enough training data, which usually requires huge effort to build. The motivation for the visual question generation task can be summarized in threefold. First, it aims at creating large-scale visual question answering pairs to produce more training data, and it also improves human annotation for VQA dataset construction. In addition, visual question generation could also benefit both doctors and patients in medical domain. For example, patients could use questions provided by visual question generation systems to better understand medical images and start a conversation with their doctors. Moreover, such system could support medical education, medical decision, and patient education. In this work, we introduced a visual question generation system that is able to generate natural language questions when shown radiology images. So, due to the problem of data scarcity in medical visual question generation, we first generated new training data based on data augmentation techniques. We used the existing medical visual question answering dataset about radiology images to create more training data for the models. In this context, each question is tagged with part of speech, and each candidate word replaced by its must contain similar number in a word embedding space based on vocabulary from English Wikipedia, PubMed, and PubMed Center to generate new augmented questions. After creating new examples for training data, we then build a medical visual question generation model by combining the variational autoencoders on the images to learn representations and a language decoder that conditions on the image representation. The variational autoencoders encode the images to a latent representation and decodes both the question and image feature vector from the sampled latents. In our system, we used a CNN to encode images to a latent space and LSTM decoder to decode questions. The final loss of our model consists of QL divergence, reconstruction loss, and the generation loss. For the input reconstruction, we used a simple MLP with fairly connected layers. To evaluate our visual question generation system, we used the VQA dataset of clinical visual questions and images. For the experiment, we used the ResNet 15 pre-trained model as the image encoder without factoring its weight. So the evaluation results demonstrate that our data augmentation techniques helped to produce a significant improvement of the model. We can see that our model performs significantly better across all metrics like blue one compared to the baseline model that use the variational autoencoders architecture, without the documentation. In conclusion, this work we have presented the first attempt to generate questions about the radiology images. And in the future, we will investigate the use of the generated questions to advance the VQA in the medical domain. Thank you for your attention, and for questions, please feel free to contact us or ask your questions during the QA session.